Hello and welcome. I'm Mozzie from the APMA podcast, and today I'm going to be doing a video for you because I've taken a very interesting look at the whole Balenciaga saga, and there's some content in there which is a bit questionable. Is probably the word I will use. It's just going to be me by myself today, okay? So I'm riding solo on this one, like Jason Derulo. Me and him go way back. He coming into this like I was and had no idea what Balenciaga was. I'll give you a little bit of information so you got the backstory. So Balenciaga was established in 1919 by Cristobal Balenciaga and its current CEO, Cedric Charbit. I'm going to butcher some names in this, so get ready. Balenciaga was acquired by company Kering in 2001, the same people who own Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci, and Alexander McQueen, amongst others. Balenciaga are well known for their controversial campaigns and runways. They are also known in the industry for having a bit of like shock and awe when it comes to advertisement, releasing new collections, catwalks, all that sort of stuff. They're in your face. They are definitely saying, "Notice me, senpai." That's their attitude. And just to quickly demonstrate what I'm talking about, I'll put a video up on the screen here. This is what we're talking about here. That's mud. So they're getting people to walk through mud as a fashion show. I mean, they've gone for the very like, I'm gonna beat you up for a gram of meth sort of look, which part of me respects. You got to get that meth. You got to do what you got to do to survive out there. But this, not for me. And then this one here, they just decided to fill a warehouse, just fill it with fake snow, put some fans on, and get the weirdest ever Neo cosplayers from the Matrix I've ever seen, with just the added carrier bag or trash bag, rubbish bag thrown in there. They're just carrying bags of trash. They established pretty early that they like to be in your face. They want people to be talking about them. They want to be in the forefront of people's minds. That's fine. We've seen it from many other companies before, and that's what Balenciaga seems to do. So all the information I'm reciting today is from articles that I found on the internet and videos and such. What I'll do is I'll put all the sources that I got the information from in the description of the video, should you want to look at them. So Balenciaga likes to use fashion icons, different celebrities as part of their brand, to add to their brand, right? And one of the most famous ones is Kim Kardashian, and can probably be partly responsible for the rise in popularity of the brand. She was introduced to Balenciaga creative director Demna Gvasalia. I may have butchered that. I will butcher many names in the future, just letting you know. And she was introduced to him by her ex, Kanye West. So where's the controversy in all this? Well, it involves children. When people say the C word, the other C word, it's, your ears prick up a little bit, It involves who? What? It's what? So children, and also there are references to former, how should I say this? I'm going to try and navigate the river of monetization here that YouTube has. I can't say that word. It begins with a P and ends with an E. It sounds like PDF file. That's all I'm going to say. Before I go any further into this, I don't know what pictures I can show you. None of the pictures on their own are explicit, okay? I'm not going to be peddling that, okay? I'm not. But I feel like I probably should show you a picture of what is being discussed. So the plush bear bags and BDSM stuff. Yep, I said BDSM. Recently, the luxury label released photographs of child models holding the brand's plush bear bags in their holiday 2022 campaign. Innocent enough, but the toys were adorned in BDSM apparel and surrounded by adult-themed decor. Alcoholic beverages, cans, flasks, spiked dog bowls, collars, and leads, to name a few. Now, put them into a picture with a child on its own probably isn't that weird. But when we go further into this, you'll start to think, what's going on? What I've done here is put one of the pictures on the screen for you just to see. Now, hopefully you won't be able to see the face of this child because I will have blocked that out. There are some questionable things in some of these photos, especially the bag that the child is holding, which is the plush bear BDSM bag. It looks a bit strange, and like I said, this on its own, I feel like wouldn't be that much of a big deal. But it's everything else around it that adds to this story. And unfortunately, it's a classic example of where do you go next as a company? If you're constantly trying to push the boundaries of what is acceptable in advertising and media, you're constantly going to try and just tiptoe that bit further over the line than you did last time. This is the problem that you have as a brand, but it is a problem that no one fucking gave them. They have done this off their own back. It's what their brand is. It's what they want the brand to be. They just want people to talk about it. Now, quickly after all of this sort of uproar came about from these pictures with the BDSM gear and stuff, an anonymous so-called father of one of the child models reported to the Daily Mail. And this is what he said: no parent would actively encourage the child to take part in something which was pornographic, and I think the publicity surrounding what happened has been blown all out of proportion. He later goes on to reveal the models were children of Balenciaga employees who were at the shoot and had approved the campaign. Now, two things from this. If the children were connected to the executives, senior members of staff at Balenciaga, then there is absolutely no way they can claim that they didn't know this was the sort of thing that was going to be in the photograph. There's absolutely no way they'll be able to claim ignorance on that. Even from a standpoint removing that fact or that possibility, there's no way they wouldn't know that this was the sort of thing that was going to be in the photo. Even before the children being connected to the senior members of staff at Balenciaga, even before that, because the whole brand, their entire brand is around image. Everything in those photos, everything in those videos I showed you at the start with the mud and the snow, the fake snow and the Neos, those are all carefully chosen, produced, practiced, run through, made hundreds of times to get to the final product, to get to the final shot. So there's no way they can claim that they didn't know this paraphernalia was going to be in the photos. There's no way. No way. It doesn't make any sense. Now, the photographer, Gabriele Galimberti, is responsible for the controversial shoots. His art features machine guns, flamethrowers, families surrounded by medical drugs, and children standing on furniture, posing with their toys. It is important to say that Galimberti states that he had no say in the choice of models nor the products in the photographs, but nonetheless, he was responsible for taking and producing said photographs. Now, what I will just say before we go any further, there is another campaign that Balenciaga were responsible for releasing alongside the one in which they pictured children, and it was in collaboration with Adidas. I'll talk about that in a second. It's important that I mention that because it does reference it in the Balenciaga story that I'm about to read from their Instagram. So Balenciaga say, we apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously and are taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for our spring 2023 campaign shoot. We strongly condemn abuse of children in any form. We stand for children's safety and well-being. Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms. I don't know if this was later taken down. I don't know if it's still available to look at. All I'm reading it is from an article. The bit that I really concentrate on here is the bit where it says they may be suing parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for our spring 2023 campaign shoot. Like I said before, I'm not buying it. I don't understand why you would even leave someone else in charge of your photo shoot for your brand and not know everything that is going to be in shot. I don't get that. There's no possible way in my mind that has happened. So Balenciaga seemed here to put a lot of blame on Gabriele Galimberti and suggested that they would sue. However, following recent backlash from the public who do not lay blame solely on Galimberti, Balenciaga has clarified that it will not be suing Galimberti. Instead, Balenciaga sued production company North 6 Inc. and set designer Nicolas Desjardins. Now, North 6 Inc. is a production company that is responsible for another photo shoot in which Balenciaga products are advertised. A separate campaign promoting Balenciaga's collaboration with Adidas has revealed to have disguised documents regarding abuse of sexual nature. In this promotion, a bag is positioned on top of a poorly disguised document from a US Supreme Court ruling related to indecent images of children. The document covers a federal law criminalizing promotion, advertising, presenting, or distributing indecent photos of children. In another photo, part of the same collection, there is a framed diploma in the background that reads John Philip Fisher, who was charged with 7 counts of sexual misconduct. He was convicted in 2018 for molesting his granddaughter. There is also another picture featuring a pair of art books in the background. Matthew Barney's The Cremaster Cycle and Michael Borman's As Sweet as It Gets. Barney, known for his 5-part film series featuring creatures and sexual metaphors, Borman is most known for Fire in the Sun, which depicts toddlers engaged in playful but mysterious acts with sinister overtones and insinuations of violence, according to his New York art dealer, David Zwerner. Balenciaga has been known for wiping their Instagram on multiple occasions to avoid further backlash. This relates to the comment from Balenciaga I read earlier, where they apologized for displaying unsettling documents and condemned child abuse in any form. Balenciaga's apparent oversight has been heavily disputed. Meetings, trial mock-ups, inventory and approvals all would have had to have taken place. The Adidas set designer has claimed that Balenciaga were overseeing the shoot. You've got multiple points here where Balenciaga are trying to kind of place the blame somewhere else. So, oh, no, we didn't actually confirm that we wanted all those things in that photograph. They were delivered by a third party, not us. We didn't want the BDSM bear. What? We made it. Ah, right. Well, we did want the BDSM bear, but we did not want children to be in the photograph. It was never discussed. There's just no way that these things were put together without them knowing. Now, I can't be a witness for it because I wasn't there, but I am almost certain, as much as I can be, that they had or would have had involvement at the very highest level in these photo shoots. It's not like this is a side hustle for them. It's not like this is what they're doing on the side. They're not making phones and laptops and this is their side shit. You know, this is their brand. And like I mentioned before, Kim Kardashian is a brand ambassador for Balenciaga and probably one of the most recognizable people on the planet. And she claimed to be disgusted with how children had been used in the photographs for the bears, the bear bag things, and how the documents had cropped up and the books had cropped up in the Adidas collaboration material. Disgusted by it, but still her language says that she's going to be accepting the money that they're giving her to be brand ambassador still. Her reaction to the whole thing was, I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been shocked and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could happen. It's pretty fucking easy. For me, it's a pretty seal, shut, close the case. They pushed the fucking bar too far. They went too fucking far because they had no room elsewhere to go. What we're going to do, we've put neon in the snow with trash bags. We've made people trawl through mud in clothes for a fashion shoot, for a fashion catwalk. What else can we do to promote these bags that will get our name out there more than it is already? Let's put fucking BDSM shit on a bear and fucking get kids to hold it. Oh, tell you what'll be good as well for the next photo shoot. We'll put random fucking references to sexual misconduct and sexual assault into an advert for a bag. Kim Kardashian continues, as a mother of 4, I have been shaken by those disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and anything else against it should have no place in our society. Period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaign and apology. It was always going to happen. It's always an option. Never, ever forget any corporation who try to push the boundary in that sort of way, know there's a possibility of it backfiring on. They will have a written response ready to go, hot off the press, ready to be published on whatever social media they have to apologize profusely for their mistake. It is written as part of the plan for that to happen. And I would fully expect Balenciaga to have this already in place for their next photo shoot. This is the good bit. This is the good bit. As for my future with Balenciaga, I'm currently re-evaluating my relationship with the brand, asking for more money, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting them to take to protect children. It seems to me very much like just try and shock the audience as much as possible. They will remember your name. And for a brand that is, I would say, quite well known already, it's a bit weird to do that, but they want cultural relevance. And that is, it seems to be, the price to pay is a potential backlash. People have been burning Balenciaga stuff. People have said they're not going to work with them anymore. they'll find more people to pay more money to promote their stuff. What's really peculiar about it is that a lot of companies are owned by an umbrella corporation. In this sense, it's Kering who own Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci, and Alexander McQueen, along with Balenciaga. All names that everyone knows pretty much. And they've also been accused of nefarious things in their advertisement campaigns and within their companies as well. So it's not something that is just isolated. Unfortunately, this is just something that is in the fashion industry. Any publicity is good publicity. But that's been the video today. I hope you've enjoyed. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. What do you think about the fashion industry? What do you think about Balenciaga in particular? Do you think they're as scummy as I'm letting on, or do you think there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel for them? Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.